the planet is shifting so that we can become aware of a multidimensional reality, of higher reality possibility, of imagining the optimum, to truly live from the sense of joy, to truly learn how to come into contact with the deepest level of your creative nature, which is really your God self, your intuitive self. We have become so entrained and programmed to be a part of a structure that has programmed us to be pretty much trapped into a process of social programming, social acceptance. And I think we're now coming to a time where we're entering the dialogue of that exchange. What is the bridge between human evolution and leaving the third dimensional constructs, which have been very much polarized in the conscious mental mind as the intellectual process of our rational thinking? What is, again, practical, what is accepted? We tend to rationalize what we are doing in our day-to-day life and measured against what's productive, successful, accepted, abundant. Are we making money? Are we not? These are all old constructs of the third dimension that we will need to learn and adapt in order to understand the rules of what is changing in our world at this particular time. And we will be tested in these areas to leave the old identity structures and our, let's say, reliance of our self-worth based on purely superficial means, such as our income generation or our status in the world. So when someone has been called into their evolution or transformation process, one of the first things they will start to experience is a dismantling of all of the old identity structures that reinforce the crumbling identity. So when this is happening, most people are purely terrified, but in actuality, it's the biggest blessing that you will ever receive, because Spirit is closer to you more than ever at this particular time in your evolution. And what's happening is that all the things that had disempowered you, all of the things that you had given from obligation, are now starting to be moved and adjusted so that you can start to truly feel what your personal gift is as a soul, as a being, as a multidimensional being with a whole development of choices, a whole span of higher possibility realities that you can choose from, instead of the old constructs of what you had been trained to believe were your only, let's say, realities that you could choose from. So we're really at an amazing time in human evolution, and if I could put a theme on that, we're really leaving the process of doing, which is a very much a third dimensional construct. And if we actually utilize the chakra system as a journey through human evolution, most of humanity at this time is working with 3 chakra levels and operating and firing at 3 chakra levels. We are now leaving the 3 dimensions, the 3 chakras, and we're coming into the heart center. And the heart center is now the 4th center, the 4th dimension. We're starting to learn what it feels at a whole different level of a higher emotional body. And there is a genius and a whole new level of higher sensory perception and intuition that we are learning and evolving into as a race and as a species.